advice is supposed to find before the game. One inspired message.
Good luck.
Huh?
What's going on, y'all? Man, it's King Clef holding it down for the cool tip, and man, I'm right back at you. Cardi B reveals that she's single now and that she might have been single for a little while. Check it out.
I've been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell.
A woman and them other hoes is tricks. I make love to you, I want to be with you, but I fuck other females from time to time. I don't know why, I just do it. That's the situation. You feel better now?
What's best for my family, bitch?
Mr. Hill, there's no need to yell and cuss. One of the two will suffice.
How you know what's best for my family, bitch?
Yes. I'll buy it. You're that bitch. You're gonna do amazing today. You're fucking beautiful.
So look, I'm not going to be long-winded. I'm not even going to try to beat somebody while they're down or kick a dead horse while it's down. But here's the thing. There's a saying that you get what you reap what you sow. It's a thing called you do better when you know better. Or if you know better, you do better. It's ironic that a lot of women were celebrating when she got pregnant by another guy. And then there was a subset of women that was like, well, you leaving one guy to go to a guy that's just as bad as the previous guy, right? So, and I'm gonna even keep it realer. I saw a interview with Charleston White, and I fully agree with him. I'm not even gonna play that segment, but I'm gonna just say this. He was speaking along the lines of the type of woman that would go out while pregnant, even though she was cheated on, but would go out and then sleep with another man while pregnant. This displays a treacherous thing within her character, a 304 niche within her character. And we all can understand this. Now, women seem to have their blinders on in many cases when it comes to certain things and certain topics, because they want to cheerlead the woman that gets that retaliation against the man that supposedly hurt her. Or, even worse, sometimes they cheerlead the dirty, scummiest things out of that culture. And to be fair, men can do it as well. We cheerlead the player, the pimp, the guy that gets all the women, all these types of things. But if we're going to be neutral and be humans and look at the nasty nature of human beings, you get what you sow. You reap what you sow. So her going from Offset to Stephon and expecting it, whether she expected the grass to be greener or she knew what she was getting into, she was dealing with a guy that was not even just like her husband, but worse than her husband, right? On top of the fact that many of her lyrics endorses, supports, condones 304 hoish activity. It doesn't give you a two-sided story. It doesn't say, hey, there's women that do this and there's women that do that. It doesn't say that there's growth in the process. It doesn't teach anything but how to be the bottom rung of the tank, right? The bottom feeder. It doesn't encourage, role model, anything, but however we turn around and emulate or support and condone the words and then therefore the actions of many women, right? And ironically, I believe even with this, showing that she's now single, right? There's somehow going to be a twist in the narrative that's going to be able to make it seem like she's still the victim, although she is you have to look at the real thing. If things keep messing up in your life, the variable that's consistent is you. You can't go from point A to point B to point C and then everything fails and then keep saying it's all these men. It might be the men you're picking, but it also very, 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 very truthfully and roughly and with respect could be with what's inside of you. That's why they say repair and healing and growth is necessary. That's why that phrase, getting under somebody is the best way to get over somebody, is wrong. It's wrong because without healing, without repair, you take that same mess that was the wounds in the first place in your previous relationship or in the first relationship where you probably established the trauma. You take that baggage to the next situation. You take that skewed view to the next situation. You take that jaded outlook to the next situation, and you're doomed to repeat it. And the definition of this is insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result, is always and always will be insanity. And somehow in this culture, in this society that we live in, we have taken insanity and we pacify it to justify actions, when the truth of the matter is, when you know better, you do better. And just because you know better doesn't mean it stops there. That's the beginning. There's work to be done to obviously create the future, create the present that you actually want. You can't know better, then repeat the same actions and then expect your future to be brighter. That's not how it works. You have to know better, then do the work to repair the shit that messed up in the first place, whether it's in you or the way that you project what it is that you attract to get better. You have to check what it is you attract, check what it is that's broken within you in order to get what it is you feel you deserve.